My baby mama and her man-child boyfriend set me up. Sadly for them I caught it all on camera, and they're the ones getting locked up now. I have never laid a hand on my ex. She was the one who had violent tendencies towards me. That's one of many reasons we broke up. Never to our daughter though. I drop my daughter off at her mom's every other week, and we've had trouble between us before, so I've started to do the exchange in front of my dash cam, just in case. We were in front of my car talking, when her man-child boyfriend came out all hot and heavy. Ever since the two started dating, they have been trying to push me out of the situation, so he can become my daughter's only father figure. He started cursing me out and calling me some nasty words. I leaned over and plugged my little girl's ears, and told him to keep his nasty opinions to himself. I looked at my baby mama and asked if he often talked like this in front of my daughter, because if so, we were gonna have a problem. That's when he got in my face, saying I had no right to speak to his girlfriend that way, and if I had something to say, I should man up and say it to his face. I handed my daughter to her mom, and said they should go inside, because I didn't want my daughter hearing any of this bull. She took our kid, but just stood there, staring at us. The boyfriend was still in my face, and said he was looking forward to the day he could send my butt to jail, so my ex didn't have to be so afraid whenever I came over. I was hella confused. I really wanted to tell this MF off right then and there, but for some reason my ex was still holding my daughter, letting her watch everything. That's when she nodded to her boyfriend and covered my daughter's face. The boyfriend looked at me, and spit in my face. Out of instinct I shoved him backwards, and he fell on his butt. Next thing I know, my ex is screaming like a wild banshee for help, saying I was going crazy trying to kill him. Realization hit me that I was clearly being set up. I looked around and saw someone inside the house, by the window, recording us. It was her effing sister, smirking straight at me. I was not about to deal with this bull, so I took my daughter back, and said she could come and get her herself once she has calmed down and stopped making up lies. I drove off real quick and went straight home. Legit only an hour later there were some cops banging at my door. They practically kicked it wide open and let themselves in once I opened the door a smidge. They said they were here to arrest me for kidnapping and assault. I told them they were at the wrong house, as I hadn't done anything of the sort. They asked for my name and when I gave it, they just cuffed me. My daughter started wailing, telling them to let go of her daddy, and another cop just scooped her up and walked out. I was asking where the hell they thought they were going with my child, as they escorted me into the squad car. That's when I saw my baby mama not far off, being handed our daughter. My daughter was still screaming and looking around wildly for me. A bunch of my neighbors stepped out of their apartments to watch all the drama unfolding. I couldn't believe my ex went this far, to try and get rid of me. As soon as I could I called my lawyer, and told him what happened. He came and bailed me out, only to say a court date was set regarding the whole matter, and until everything was settled I wasn't allowed to see my daughter. I told my lawyer I had gone through too much poop with this woman, and I didn't trust her with my daughter anymore, so I planned to fight for custody. He asked if I had enough to even get me out of the current mess, and I told him of course I did. Fast forward to the day of our hearing. My baby mama's lawyer painted a nasty picture of me, and showed a very shaky and far away video of me in front of the man-child boyfriend, then him falling on the ground, with my arms pushed outward. They claimed I assaulted him out of nowhere, and now he has a severe concussion. I just rolled my eyes and waited for my lawyer's turn, who said he had a video to show as well. My dashcam footage that caught everything up close and personal. It even caught some of the dialogue as my windows had been rolled down at the time. He also showed the judge screenshots of conversations where my ex had been threatening to take my daughter away and get me arrested because she didn't get her way. When the judge asked her boyfriend if the entire thing was staged, and mentioned he could get some jail time as he assaulted me, he turned into a pitiful mess. He started rambling about how it was my ex's idea, and she made him do it so they could be a family without me in the picture. He also said she hit him over the head after the fact, so he could go to the hospital and say he got a concussion from being attacked by me. The judge gave temporary full custody to me, until the charges against my baby mama and her boyfriend were settled. For now, she only gets supervised visits, while I get my daughter full time, just as I had always wanted.